Hello, once again, Chiefs Kingdom, and welcome to RGR Football. I'm your host today, Danilo DiGiulio, aka ThunderDan88 across social media. You can check out my show, Chiefs Chat, every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. over at ThunderDan channel on YouTube. Search my name, Danilo DiGiulio, if you have trouble finding it. If you haven't been here before, please go ahead and hit that subscribe tab and ring that notification bell to make sure you get all of our future content. Avid Chiefs fans, spread the word. We want to get as many people involved in these chats as possible. We love hearing what you guys have to say, the good and the bad, and we'll chat back whenever we get a chance. My topic today is the quarterback, QB1. I was reminded yesterday on my show, I was speaking to J.J. Bird, the former Chiefs wide receiver, caught touchdowns for Montana, great guy, great person, was a great player. He reminded us, Chiefs fans, that we're in this rarefied air right now where we have a QB1. Teams that have a QB1, a QB that can elevate his team to another level, they're always in the race. They're always in the running. They always have a chance to win it all. And we are a franchise that's so used to being apologetic for success or doubting that success is real or waiting for the sky to fall. And I, for one, am kind of tired of it. And I know a lot of Chiefs fans out there are as well. This is our time to shine. We have a guy in Patrick Mahomes who's being taken out of context. He's being taken out of context in the media by certain pundits. I won't go to naming people, but let's just get a few quotes out of the way and let's try to understand who Patrick Mahomes is a little bit. One of his quotes was, "I was that little kid. I was the one that was looking up to athletes and getting to see them getting better and better as a kid." And I remember those experiences. He remembers seeing Alex Rodriguez hitting balls off a tee in practice every day. Most people don't know that happens, but this is how greats become great. We just see the end result, the great swing. We just see the great catches by Jerry Rice. We don't see the countless hours on the juggling machine. We see his endurance. We don't see the runs up the hill until later in his career where he shared a little behind the scenes look at stuff like that. This kid, not only did he see the athletes like all of us did, the athletes were LaTroy Hawkins, his godfather, who played for 20 years in the MLB. His father, Pat Mahomes Sr., who had 10 years plus as a Major League Baseball pitcher. And another, like I said earlier, Alex A-Rod. Let's just call him A-Rod, the original A-Rod. Okay? And that brings me to things like, where is Patrick Mahomes now? He's gotten to where he is right now because he grew up around those guys, watched them be great, and what it took to make them great. And is Patrick Mahomes becoming a great player? Is he a great player right now? Some people say it's arguable whether he's a great player right now. He is great right now. Is he Hall of Fame? I'd fight somebody about it. I think he's getting there. If he's not there already, he's very close. The numbers he's putting up, the foreseeable future, I don't see his skills falling off a cliff. I don't see anything happening to take him off the field in a situation where he's going to be taken out of the league because of actions beyond the field. He's made statements that he's building an empire in every way possible off the field as well as on the field. He's bought into the Kansas City Royals. He's going to be marrying his longtime girlfriend, mother of their child. They've got a home in KC. They've invested in the Kansas City Royals. They want to be there. They want to be around for a long time. He's just a good guy, and I'm sick of people picking on him. It's really getting kind of, I've heard Patrick McFraud or just the ridiculousness, the pettiness out there. It's crazy. It's a little bit ranty right now. I understand that. I'm getting to my point. This week, another couple of quotes came up about our quarterback who's speaking confidently. Our quarterback who has 3 years as a starter. He's been to the AFC Championship all 3 of those years, winning the back-to-back AFC Championships the last 2 years, and winning one of those Super Bowls he went to out of the 2. He's thrown 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards in a season, which has only been done once ever in the history of the NFL besides Patrick Mahomes. It was another PM, Peyton Manning, in his 30s at the height of his powers. A surefire first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback, Peyton Manning, and the only other guy who's matched him is Patrick Mahomes. Those kind of things lead to greatness. They lean towards a guy being something special. Okay? So when he makes a quote, whenever he has a quote or is asked a question, immediately people want to jump on it and assume it's cockiness, it's callousness, or what have you. Let's have one that he had this week was obviously talking about the possibility of Aaron Rodgers coming from Green Bay to Denver and being a part of the AFC West, which would be phenomenal. How great would that be to see those two going at it twice a year? And he said much the same thing from the player's perspective. I don't want to misquote him. Obviously, it would be awesome to have that challenge 2 times a year, every single year. Don't know how many years that would be, obviously. Would be great. Great opportunity. I mean, he's a heck of a football player. He's been doing it for a long time, and I've watched him play and learned a lot from him. But definitely, if he came to the AFC West, it would just make it a little tougher for us. But we're up to the challenge. Should he not say that? Should he kowtow and be afraid and crawl into a corner? Oh no, not Aaron Rodgers. Goodness forbid. No. He's iron and he wants to be sharpened by iron. He wants to play against the best players in the NFL. He's that guy. He's that cat. And he's not intimidated by A-Rod because he grew up around the original A-Rod. Okay. And the other quote that came out, they asked him if there's some kind of record he has his eyes upon. And he said the only record he's interested in breaking, he has his eyes set upon, would be new this year, would be going 20-0. Nobody's ever done that. 19-0 is a multi-season run. The Patriots went 18-1 in their Super Bowl loss year. So he wants to go 19-0. He wants to go 20-0 and break the 19-0, I guess. Is that Miami? I'm not sure where that's coming from, but that's what it says in this report. So being able to go 20-0 and being the first player to do that would be awesome. That's what he said. He didn't predict anything. He didn't say, this is what we're doing. This is what we as a team have our eyes set upon. No, he said, that's a record that'd be awesome to break. There's probably a lot of other records that other players on the team want to break as well. They're not announcing it, but they weren't asked the question. He was asked the question. So then I hear today in their press conference, they get questioned about the fact that Patrick Mahomes predicted the Chiefs were going to go 20-0. There was no prediction. This is hyperbole. This is taking statements out of context to try to shine bad light and throw shade at a really good player who's just a really good guy. We're not going to apologize that he plays for Kansas City. We're not going to apologize that he's the leader of the Chiefs probably for the next decade at least, if not the next 15 years. And the league's going to have to lump it because they're not going to have fun playing against him. It's going to be a rough go. True competitors will have a great time playing against him because he will challenge them. He will challenge them at their core. I won 2 of these, okay? Here's a little trip for you folks out there who maybe don't get it, don't know where this is coming from. But anybody who's played competitive sports and is really a competitor and really loves challenging other human beings that are at their level, if you look at it the way I looked at it, which was I want it to be a challenge every time. I want to go out there and do my best and know that I had to leave everything on the field. And it wasn't a cakewalk. So much so that ring I just showed you, I left that team after one championship, their second in a row, and went to another team that needed some help because I wanted winning to be in doubt from week to week. Didn't hurt that the team I moved to was a lot closer and I didn't have to drive 2 hours to get to practice and back. I wanted to have that challenge, that I wanted victory to be in doubt and know that my contributions were actually getting us over that hump and going to that team and winning and playing that team I left in the playoffs meant that I had something to do with that. This team that I went to that was 1-10, and then we went to the playoffs. We lost the team that I beat before. They had 90 guys. 70 of them would have been starters across our league. I didn't care. Patrick Mahomes didn't care at Texas Tech. He went out there and he slung it every day, feeling like he could win. He's brought that attitude to the league. He's brought that attitude to the Chiefs. Andy Reid loves it about him. Brett Veach loves it about him. His teammates love this guy. He's been nothing but a good guy in the public eye. And this response from punditry that still lingers around the league, questioning how good he is, how good he might become. If you don't think he leaves it all in the field, go back and watch this past Super Bowl. Go back and watch him run for almost 500 yards behind the line of scrimmage, looking for a receiver, trying to make a play happen, trying to keep his team in the biggest game of the year. Watch him throwing a ball that bounces off Darrell Williams' mask in the end zone when the game's out of reach. Body horizontally extended, totally parallel with the plane of the earth, and somehow clothesline ropes this right into Darrell Williams' face. It got dropped again. That was the second touchdown that got dropped that game. This kid doesn't have stop in his name. He doesn't have quit in his soul. Okay? So anybody who's out there looking for quotes and rephrasing how he said things or taking his comments out of context and pitching them back out there, Chiefs Kingdom, we don't care. We're too busy focusing on our team, moving forward, being as great as they can be, and doing things every offseason like Brett Veach just did with that offensive line upheaval, which As much as it was great to have J.J. Burden yesterday, it's going to be equally as great next week. I'm going to have Joe Valerio on the show. Come check it out on Wednesday night. Like I said, the Thunder Dan channel here on YouTube. Danilo DiGiulio is the name. That offensive line is going to be my next subject for next Friday for you guys. I'll put a little segment out. But the show, I'm going to talk about them on Wednesday as well. They're building a Marianas Trench in front of Patrick Mahomes. That's going to be his new foundation. His new foundation is actually going to be a hole that just sucks in defensive players. Defensive linemen are just going to get gobbled up. Linebackers are going to get pancaked. I'm here for it. I'm looking forward to watching that line wreak some havoc. And not just body bump Tyreek Hill to the ground, which happened in practice. If you go look at it on the highlights out there, Orlando Brown Jr. and Tyreek did a little chest bump and didn't end well for Tyreek. But it's all in good fun. This team's ready to get after it. The quarterback is a good man. He's a great leader, and he's a fantastic player. And for my money, he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer when it's all said and done, if he's not already there right now. You don't like it? Come at me in the chat. You think it's great? Let me know. I'll respond to Danny, Dan, DJ, Danilo, Thunder Dan. Be nice. That's all I ask you guys. Be nice to each other in the chat and be kind to me, and I will be in turn. And I look forward to hearing what you guys got to say. And as always, go Chiefs.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.